Hello everybody and welcome back to Getting Wrecked and our run of the Darkest Dungeon. So, we're going to kill the Swine Prince today, while our high level guys deal with the stress before going to the courtyard. And let's just get going. And we are bringing Golafre, our Jester, Lovell, our Vestal, Herbard, our Highwayman, and Rega May, our Flaglant. So, yeah. Now, I also did take a look at the patch notes. So when I played last time, something like this, I said that they have nerfed the Jester, and that was true. They did that for a couple of days ago, well, yesterday I think. The finale is much worse. They did buff it a bit again, so it's still pretty good, but you need to buff the Jester before using it, and that's a good thing, I think. Do we need holy water in that place? Not really, but let's bring some anyway. Nah, we need some space for actually... It's just the level 1 boss. We shouldn't be too afraid of it. Let's go like this. But yeah, like I said, they were nerfing the Jester, which I think is good.
The ways and rituals of blood sacrifice are difficult to master. Those from beyond require a physical vessel if they are to make the crossing into our reality. The timing of the chants is imperative. Without the proper utterances at precise intervals, the process can fail spectacularly.
So, yeah. And one other thing they did.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
That's nice scouting. Another thing that happened was the fact that they did change the Shrieker event. So the Shrieker killed my bounty hunter, and the fact that I had to deal with it with level 4 heroes kind of sucked. And now they've changed it, so the first week it can spawn is week 40. So that's 10 weeks later than I got it. Well, I guess it was like 12 weeks later. So I think that's a pretty good change, because that was a little bit stupid. I think we will actually go and fight some on our way forward here. We have shovels. This removed some quirks. So who got the worst? This is a spot. I think it's still the Jester that has the worst. With the gyps, nice, we got it.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Nice. I haven't got surprise off that often, I think. In a while. Alright, so Herbert is actually an interesting highwayman. He has a slugger, I think. I should lock that in and try to make him use Duelist Advance and stuff. Let's use the Duelist Advance since I just said it. Try to remove this guy from the equation. So we could buff our finale up a little bit. Now the problem is we don't really want to go into the front when our flagland is in this row. Yes, 6 speed. Well, actually, when you use solo, you get a lot of speed yourself, so let's actually do it. I kind of want to use finale against the fatty. So that's my thought process. So, Slash is stunned, but now we will get the pain train. Well, that guy's dead. So. Come at me, bro.
The slow death.
Need 5 more damage on the wretch.
Unforgiving.
Look at those dodges. Well, kind of waste on the riposte, but could keep on spamming this, but let's just use Mala, go back. So here's the thing, the point blank shot will move us back 1 square. We can use Duelist Advance again, which I kind of like that idea. So
Destroyed.
he got pretty destroyed, that's true. We land that stun. We are done with that guy as well, and then let's deal with this dude, and we are good to go.
A death by inches.
So that fight went pretty well.
Obliterated.
Not any stress at all to remove, but
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
what's up
and
with the
insidious
scouting?
killer.
so I think that this is actually Barbaric Ritual. I have no idea. One might guess that we should use holy water here. Or let's get stressed out. That's fine. Let's see if we can get bloodthirsty again. Oh, oh. Yeah, we got it locked in again. So our Jester has got that bloodthirsty skill 4 times now, I think. Perk. I'm guessing the boss is here, but I think we will go around and grab some loot while we're here. How bad is that dodge?
Another one falls.
Not too shabby. Play a song.
Be gone, fiend.
Well, not a whole lot of healing to be done here. What?
Press this advantage.
Could go
Give
for
them
one
no
more
quarter.
stress heal. I'm feeling pretty confident. I've never seen this much scouting. Alright. Now, to be fair, you might want to do the boss first. But at the same time, no. Let's make this happen. Craving, well, get your blood. And we will use the bandages here, no? Oh yeah, the bandages for when you have these knives into something. Whatever. I mean, there are actually curios you can't use anything with. So that's important to note as well. Have we gotten this same freaking fight 3 times in a row? I think so. Silly. Interesting that it actually said miss this time, because usually it always say
Eradicated.
dodge, even if it's technically a miss. I don't know what that's all about, but Since we haven't moved with this guy yet, let's actually... wait.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Now, I'm not quite sure if it will ever happen. With our flaglet, well, he might be able to move before our Jester, maybe. But it's kind of unlikely. So this is the reason why you might want to have some speed reduction on some of your characters, if you want to make sure that they move in a certain order.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Like, I want the Jester or the flagland to move before my Jester. But the Jester has 15 freaking speed. It's because of the Bloodlust though, so... Because if I use Finale or Solo, then this guy will end up being a bit too far back. I could also say that that's because I have my Highwayman in the front, so...
Executed with impunity.
Anyways, we should be able to deal with this guy.
Decimated.
Critting with the whip is a bit unnecessary.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Highwaymen are pretty good at disarming traps. Other guys, not so much. Well, the Jester might be okay. Oh, come on! Can we get another group to fight in this? Can you smell the freaking blood? Alright, well. Can you move back? Maybe they will nerf point blank shot instead. After they nerfed the Finale. The difference is that you can't hit the back rows with the point blank shot, so... Well, it's one of the differences.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
As the fiend falls,
Looking good.
blossoms.
Rest wise, we are fine. We still have the ability to camp before the boss, so... Feels okay. Yeah, do this advance is a bit...
Confidence
Makes it hard for me to use the Finale, but... At the same time, you don't really need it. Using the Jester as a buff bot is not that bad. And he's down. So... AoE heal.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Do we want to use this? Well, we can bring the Jade, I guess. Throw away the food. It's a key. Means we will have to throw away even more stuff. It's not like we're going to be able to use the holy water in a fight, but my pulse slows. And a food check at that, right. Let's go down here. And this is where we want to use that freaking holy water. Right. We will get our pockets filled with freaking... what are these called? Trapezohedron. Trapezohedron? Well, we can remove the citron. I guess we can remove the anti-venom. I'm not saying that the bandages are really required for anything special, but interesting. Since we are in this room, we could actually go back. Okay, I'm greedy. I'm greedy. Should be fine. I mean, we have the food. We have everything. The only thing we are lacking is kind of space. And that helps quite a lot. Look, we can actually use solo. Miss, miss, miss. No? So much for that debuff. So we don't want to use Duelist Advance because of this guy. What the? Oh yeah, you have this thing, that's why you have such a low accuracy with ranged attacks.
Cleansed from our lands.
That was kind of a mistake. The problem here is the fact that I have Finale ready to go here, but I don't really have anyone I really want to use it against.
Continually on.
Well, now I have, because this guy moved forward
Them.
and we destroyed that corpse, so...
Back to the pit.
Level 1 dungeons, they are the best. They are the
Trifling
best.
victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Right, well... We don't need shovels, so it's about the deeds or money. We will bring the deeds. I know that I'm kind of inconsequent with if I want to bring heirlooms or not. I wonder if this doesn't give us a buff. That's 30% damage. Not bad, not bad. That's actually an interesting thing to note. I always think that, well, direct damage is not that great in some ways, but what's really good with direct damage is how many ways you can buff it up. You can buff it with plus damage or plus crit or plus accuracy, while the damage over time things, you don't really have a way to increase the magnitude. So I think that's kind of interesting, at least. Do we believe in the bullet? We believe in the bullet. Right. We can always use the AoE now. I don't understand how that works, that Rain of Sorrows. What is he getting to drop down on them? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I guess it's magic. Always magic. We don't understand what it is, it's magic. I need to get you out of the front line though. As long as you're not dodging, you're not a very good tank. I guess this one gives you extra dodge. It's a lower HP though. Will we be able to land the heal? Well, yeah, we will. No, we will not. Never mind, because we attacked the one with the post.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I'm tempted to use the firewood here, but we are actually too far away from the boss to be able to We have scouted everything, we don't need a shovel though, so let's get the money instead? Or the emerald? Well, let's get the money. Or screw that herb. That? Oh, come on! I have a bit of a problem clearing out my inventory. Screw the freaking bandages then. Minus dodge plus stress. Do we want to remove that? We don't even have the chance. Well. Do we want to buff? I'm pretty sure we want to buff. That way we might be able to act before these guys in the next turn. Nice sound when he died. Crimson Curse. Oh. It's just a matter of time before everyone in my freaking party, or well, everyone in my barracks have Crimson Curse. I wonder what's the biggest problem with the Crimson Curse. I feel like it's the stress that's the biggest problem when they start acting out, like doing crazy stuff. That's quite irritating. I mean, this debuff you have here, that's not a big deal.
Great is the weapon
Because
that cuts on its own.
when you have the Crimson Curse, you can't have other diseases, and this is just like any other disease, more or less. Like, it doesn't impact your chance to hit or how much damage you do or anything like that, so... in that way, it's not too bad. There we go. Invitation.
This expedition
Screw that
at least
invitation.
promises success.
As long as infestation is high, we will... And here we should use that blood bandages, whatever. Right, anyways. I think he has high bleed resist as well. He's a flagland, so we should have high bleed resist, I guess. Could buff ourselves in that room. That might have been the correct choice. We would have the buffs running into these guys. 2 more damage. I don't think the corpse eaters can do much. Well, if they crit, it does hurt, but... Now I wonder the loot, if it depends upon the light level you have when you finish the fight or when you start the fight.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Let's go like this. Anything else? Not really. We could maybe throw away the torches, but it's fine.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
So, We want to get as many damage buffs as possible. Accuracy and crit. Well, sure. Can you buff yourself? No. Oh. Stack the buffs on our highwayman then. So clean guns is okay because we can use point blank.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Yeah, I think I actually want you to be in the front row since you have high speed, and that way we could use point blank shots. Or do I want you to riposte? Well, the problem with riposte is the fact that we have this possible. Well, let's talk about it when we get to it, I guess. If you haven't seen it.
It is a travesty. A blundering mountain of hatred and rage.
I wonder if this guy. First and foremost, I wonder if he has his brain sticking up here. I think he has. Second of all, I wonder if he's stuck here or can he move? I think he's stuck here. And so the problem here is if I use Duelist Advance, I will activate Riposte, which might kill Wilbur. And the thing is, Wilbur, he marks targets for the prince to kill. But if you kill Wilbur, this guy goes bananas. So I would prefer to
Well,
just one shot him. Oh, well. I didn't really mean to move him to the back row, but I guess that's fine. But anytime you hit Wilbur, he will also get pretty upset. So you might want to avoid that. But like I said, if you kill Wilbur, he will get super annoyed. So that's kind of the whole battle, is to focus this guy down first. Kind of. Now this guy in the front row is pretty bad because I guess he will use his stun though. That's some kind of AoE stun, from what I remember.
Grievous injury. Palpable
Well,
fear.
like I said, eek, don't you die. That's bad. That's really bad. Could almost gotten killed there. I guess you have a pretty high death blow resist as a Flagrant. Just keep on buffing.
The blood quickens.
So 90% chance to hit, or do we use the guaranteed heal? Let's use the bleed. So here's the question, do we want to activate Riposte? Sure.
A devastating
Let's
blow.
crit every time we attack this guy. I think that's a pretty good idea. Like I said, it might be a bad idea since we might attack Wilbur. So now he doesn't have a mark, so now he does a lot less damage. Like, that's not great. Like, that usually makes this guy a bit upset, but I guess he's dead already anyways.
The thing is even more horrible in death. Liquefaction cannot come soon enough.
Well, that's not a super impressive item. +2 speed for Bounty Hunter. But I guess we take it. Do we want to go somewhere? Not really, we are pretty done here. Don't like the fact that it was a 27% chance that we lost our Flagrant there. It was not like we had much we could do. against it, in my opinion. I mean, sure, we could have said that, well, you should bring someone with guard. And guard anyone that gets marked. And that's true. But then he also have the ability to mark 2 guys, I think. So it doesn't really help that much. You could just mark 2 guys and then you use guard on one marked and he kills the other one. Well, I guess if 2 guys are marked, he usually use another attack that attacks both marks. I'm not quite sure. Fragile. Second wind on a Magland could be interesting. On guard. Also interesting on a Jester. But like I said, they play a bit differently now when you can only use it once.
Something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
So, we have removed the stress from our higher level guys, which is nice. I think we will go for courtyard next. Let's take a look. So we have damage against bloodsuckers, which could prove pretty useful against the bosses, but I think we will just go for the courtyard. But before we end this episode, let's try to make a decent party. Sort by level. And the question is, do we think we will get to the boss or not? And the second question is, do we want to have stress healing or not? Now, the problem with the changes to the finale is that sure you can only use it once, and you also want to buff it up before using it, so you can't really alpha strike, but you still have a lot of stress healing from a Jester. The problem is that they can't use the bleed skills from the back row. So it's almost like you would like to have... well, you want to have too many skills. And the fact that you can only hit the middle with slice off. It's great. Kind of interesting that this thing writes everything on one line. Accuracy, damage, crit on one line, and these other guys use 1 row per effect, kind of. Well, anyways, so I don't know how strong this will be. I can't remember how much stress healing did we do with our Crusader last time. The Crusader does have a stun, which is pretty useful. I kind of want to bring people that already infected, even if I don't really know if that makes that much of a difference. And the bleed heal kind of sucked, but I don't have a Vestal with high level, so sure. Where did that guy go? I don't know what happened. Anyways, Rocky Roadie Warriors. Well, this might work. And then I should bring more bandages, because that bleed from the Chevaliers actually almost killed us. That was most of the damage we took, I feel. So the problem I have with this is the fact that this is not the party I want. This is not the party, but I can't spend more time dealing with other missions. Like, my perfect party would be Jester, a Vestal, I think, And then maybe... Well, Highwayman is fine. Yes, it's kind of lacking with damage, but... I think this is fine. And the fact that you can kind of remove bleeds on yourself might be a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is what we will do. We will go for the courtyard the next turn with the Rocky Road, the Warriors. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I see you again next time. Goodbye.